Hello, I'm Gus Downing, publisher and editor of the D&D Daily, and this is the LP News Network. We're here today with Hedgie Bartol, Regional Business Development Manager at Access Communications in North America. Access is the world's leading provider of network video solutions for professional installations. Their products have considerable growth potential based on the ongoing technological shift, that is, from analog surveillance systems to network video solutions. Access is driving the industry by continually launching innovative network products based on an open platform, delivering high value to customers through a global partner network. Access has long-term relationship with partners and providers throughout the world, providing them with knowledge and groundbreaking network products in existing and new markets. Whether you run a single shop or a whole chain of malls, network video makes a noticeable improvement in your bottom line. The introduction of network video has revolutionized the way retail professionals work with loss prevention, store optimization, fraud detection, security, and customer service. Overall, network video provides a whole new set of tools to reach operational excellence. Theft and inventory shrinkage are obvious causes of lost profit, and they are traditionally fought with surveillance systems. Access Network Video Solutions takes this fight to a whole new level. They provide sharp, high-resolution images and integrate with your available systems to reveal shrink-related activities. With employees in more than 40 countries, collaborating with more than 70,000 partners in 179 countries, Access is truly a global company with a local presence. Access was the first company in the world to launch a network camera in 1996, initiating the shift from analog to digital technology. And of special note here is that in the States, Access was recently named a 2014 top place to work by the Boston Globe for the second year in a row, which is where they're based here in the States. Hedgie, welcome.
Thank you, Gus. You made it sound pretty good there. That's a lot.
Hedgie, how's the conversion from analog to IP video going in the States? In what do you see entering the mainstream this year?
The conversion is really starting to pick up speed. It's becoming the standard, as it were, out there in the market, kind of going the way of the tube TV. I don't know if you've ever tried to give a tube TV now to Goodwill, they won't even take it. And you can't buy them anymore, much like VCR tapes happened to us a long time ago.
I don't think I've seen one in years.
No, well, if you came to my house. But what you're going to see coming down the pipeline in the mainstream, I think you'll see things like increased processing power at the edge on board the camera. These cameras are essentially a computer with a lens, so you'll see more capability at the edge. You'll see better light handling for harsh lighting scenes or extreme low light. And I think probably the main thing you'll see is more integrated systems. Network protocols are common languages. They make the world flat, so your systems can be integrated and work together.
What's been the hurdle for LP with the conversion in video and retail? I mean, the challenge for a faster paced conversion. What's held it up?
I think it's the same thing that these retailers have been faced with for quite a while, especially in loss prevention, and that is they're tasked to do so much more with so much less. It's not necessarily just a budget thing, it's a resources issue of being able to do the homework and establish what the best path and strategy will be for them to migrate to this technology. When we switched from VCRs to DVRs, that was a relatively small jump. We primarily changed the recording medium from tapes to hard drives. They did become IP addressable and they dealt with bandwidths to a certain degree, but everything was still within the same world. The step from DVRs to a full IP-based network system is really a quantum leap. There's a little bit more sophistication involved. There's some complexities and some differences in technology that simply take a while to really fully evaluate, understand, and decide how and who will manage the project and the systems going forward.
How does bandwidth play into that?
Bandwidth is a key issue as far as whether or not you're able to remotely view the video. Generally speaking, bandwidth at the store, at the local location, is not generally an issue because it's all local right there. But to pull it over a wide area network, it certainly has to be taken into consideration. And what I tell people a lot of times, I get the question, well, how much bandwidth does that camera use? I wish it was that easy to answer. There are many different components to bandwidth, and it's a matter of doing the math. sitting down with the manufacturer, with your integrators, and saying, okay, ultimately, here's what I'd like to accomplish. Here's what I have available in bandwidth. Now, how do I get there? What are my options? We do the math. We figure out what it's going to take. You can't put 20 gallons of milk in a 1 liter container. So you've got to work with what you have. But there are also other options in managing that bandwidth situation. For example, we have the ability to multi-stream our cameras. So you can actually record, for your evidentiary purposes at a very high resolution, high frame rate, and low compression. But maybe the stream that you're viewing remotely is a lower resolution, 1 frame a second, and very compressed. So you're not getting your best video to view remotely, but if you need it for evidence, you have very high quality video. So there are options out there, and it's a matter of weighing those options.
What advice do you have for the LP executive that's looking at the conversion, from analog to IP? I mean, how would you instruct them to go through it and to be successful with it?
It's kind of the 3 Ps, planning, partnerships, and people. Spend time with your internal partners, partner with IT, partner with your resources you have there, not just IT either, but also merchandising, operations, facilities, and see how you can leverage economy of scale that way. Put together a plan, a migration strategy. How are we going to go, from today, instead of just trying to jump for 5 years, what are we going to do in the next 6 months? Then what's our next 6-month plan? And put that plan into place, realizing that you may have to adjust, but at least start moving forward. And of course, the people, have the right relationships with your manufacturers. Your integrators are key to the whole equation. They're the ones that can help you really outline what needs to be done and figure out the right mix of solutions. I tell people, and I kind of say it a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but it's a reality. And with this technology, you have about 1 billion different ways you could do it. That's the good news. The bad news is, you've got about 1 billion different ways you can do it. So it's a matter of establishing where do we ultimately want to be and what's important. And let's focus on that first, and then go on down the path, knowing that we might have to make adjustments.
So they really have to educate themselves and become a student of it, so to speak, before they can really jump off the cliff and get totally into it.
Absolutely. There are a lot of things that are the basics of surveillance. Camera angles, frames per second, field of view, and those things. But there's also a lot of new components to this. We're dealing with IT technology. You're dealing with network infrastructure, servers, switches, routers, bandwidth, internet, the cloud. And so it's a matter of educating yourself. And I've done some sessions with some of our retail partners on that. And the key is educating themselves on IT and educating their IT partners on their needs and understanding their IT partners' needs.
With all the emphasis on cybersecurity right now, can you give us a feel for how secure IP video is, generically speaking?
Right.
How secure is it?
Well, first of all, your network is going to be as secure as its weakest link. But from an IP surveillance standpoint, and I can only speak for us, but from an IP surveillance standpoint, it is extremely secure as long as you make the effort to do so. There are tools and technologies available, such as credentialing between the camera and the server and things like that, that allow you to at least know that the surveillance system is not going to be an egress point. And we've gone to a little further link, and we mentioned it in January, and it's almost fully developed. We're developing a hardening guide that will allow our retailers and our partners to follow the process, not just from the camera standpoint, but from the edge, being the camera, all the way to the core of the system, so that it's not, just securing the camera is no good if your server and your switch and the other parts are not secure.
Well, you're getting proactive.
Absolutely.
And helping your partners carry that for you.
We want to make sure that our partners and our customers are all protected as well. Axis holds very near and dear to their core values, and they are think big, act as one, and always open. Act as one doesn't just apply to us internally. It applies to us and our partners and our customers, and we all try to act as one. This is a community more than it is an industry. So,
with all the international awards and the industry best rankings, I just saw one last week, matter of fact, can you speak to how Access accomplished these and continues to?
Absolutely. Our people. Our people are the key to who we are and what we're able to accomplish. Again, it goes to our core values of acting as one, thinking big, and being always open. Everybody within Axis is striving for the same goal together. You never say never, but you very rarely hear, not my job, not my responsibility. Everybody pulls together and is there to support me, to support each other, to support our partners, to support our customers. And it's a phenomenal culture. There's no other way to describe what it is at Axis. It's the culture that makes us who we are. You're not just getting a camera. You're getting us behind that camera. It's pretty fabulous.
Yeah, sounds it. Is there anything else you'd like to mention to our retailer viewers regarding this technology and access?
Well, the technology is moving rapidly. We come out with 30 new products a year. Technology advances are bringing costs down. They're giving more capability, and it's almost impossible to keep up. We actually put together a retail forum every year for the retail end users. It's non-sales. It's no, you're not going to have to worry about anybody trying to, make you buy their stuff. But we sit in a room and we have an education session for 2 days where we talk about the technology in general, where it's going. We have sessions on advanced networking, beginner networking, access control, the video terminologies, and so forth. We share information with the retailers as far as what might be coming down the road to allow them to plan ahead. And also we get feedback from them to help shape this technology going forward.
Sure.
So that we're not building things in a vacuum. So we have that coming up in August, and that's always a great opportunity for us as well as for the retailers to stay on top of what's happening. The other thing, it goes back to what I said about the good news is you've got a billion different ways to do it, and that's the bad news too. So the key is to partner with your integrators, partner with your manufacturers, and really make sure that everybody is working together to help you accomplish your goals as well.
Well, Hedgie, I want to thank you for being here today and always supporting these events. It's
That's
been
absolutely my pleasure.
just fantastic.
Well, thank you guys.
Well, that's it for this session, and we'd like to thank you for watching. And until next time, let's keep them all safe out there.